Game's getting ready to start. But we live right now on YouTube. So make sure you go check us on YouTube. D1 Media Pro on YouTube. Got my commercials loaded. Alright, man. Thanks, man. Make sure you subscribe and watch on YouTube. I appreciate it. Great day for baseball. Man, we at Cave and Point, man. So if you're not free, if you're not busy, come enjoy this sun. Come get this sun. We got 12 people watching already. All right, we're just getting ready to go down. Peters guys. Got Ridge in the building. Ridge is a tough school, man. Shout out to Coach Tracy. Let me sign off right now. Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets. And the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent, Littleton is, absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Cliff O'Maury with the slam after the rebound. Cliff O'Maury with the block. Empty it. Up at the basket. No foul called. Going the other way. Oh, here we go. Highlight reel. Number 11 gets it done. Sticking the tongue. Hanging the same court together at any point. Really awesome moment for the two of them. CJ going up for the dunk. 14-5. Coach Eric Ellick holds up. Knew it was a backcourt except for the one guy that mattered. Oh! Freshman Simeon Wiltshire. Welcome to the Lions Den. They use that new coin term again, Matt. We just saw the Cliff effect twice. Woo! On the defensive side. So good from Brian Bernard. And Cliff. Woo! Another slam dunk. Gets the steal. Gives up to Nile. Sports Center, you better be watching. We're all going to see an open shot like that. It's always the alley-oop. CJ Wiltshire, the big game so far today. Cliff O'Maury, the highlight reel dunk. Up to Niles Lane. Oh my God. The dunk potentially. CJ baseline. Dunk. Gap between these two teams as Wiltshire's off on the three. The Rivera gets 3 down and a slam dunk. Expire. We're going to get a finish here. Oh, a slam dunk finish to clarify that. What a way to Catholic Lion. What a finish. That is the game, folks. We'll be back with Coach Boff and with Miles Lane as Matt.
Oh, we're live? All right.
Go back.
Okay. Yeah, go to commercial.
We saw him last year with the Bees. Misses that three. Cliff O'Mori with the slam after the rebound. Cliff O'Mori with the block. Accepting it. Up at the basket. No foul called. Going the other way. Oh, here we go. Highlight reel. Number 11 gets it done. Sticking the tongue. Hanging the same court together at any point. Really awesome moment for the two of them. CJ going up for the dunk. 14-5. Coach Eric Elliott pulls up. It was a backcourt except for the one guy that mattered. Oh! Freshman Simeon Wiltshire. Welcome to the Lions Den. I'm going to use that new coin term again, Matt. We just saw the Cliff effect twice. Woo! On the defensive side. So good. From Brian Bernard. And Cliff. Woo! Another slam dunk. Gets the steal. Gives up to Nile. Sports Center, you better be watching. We're all going to get an open shot like that. It's always the alley-oop. CJ Wiltshire, the big game so far today. Cliff O'Mori, the highlight reel dunk. Up to Niles Lane. Oh my God. That's the dunk potentially. CJ baseline, dunk. Gap between these two teams as Wiltshire's off on the three. The Rivera gets three down and the slam dunk. Expire. We're going to get a finish here. Oh, slam dunk finish to clarify that. What a way to Catholic Lion. What a finish. That is the game, folks. We'll be back with Coach Boff and with Miles Lane as Matt.
Welcoming you in live here to Caven Point in beautiful Jersey City, New Jersey. We have the North Bracket Round of 16 on tap for you here today on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro. Up first, it's Maroon and Silver against Ridge. That'll get underway in just a couple minutes here, and then around 3 o'clock, we have Voorhees against the Millers in another Round of 16 game. Morning, everybody. I'm Kevin Connolly. We started this Last Dance tournament off with 22 teams. We're now down to 16 on each side, the North region and the South region, where we will eventually crown an overall New Jersey champion on July 31st down in Trenton, New Jersey at Arm & Hammer Stadium. But first, a lot of baseball left to be played until we get to then. Maroon and Silver and Ridge coming up. Maroon and Silver cruising to the Round of 16, outscoring their opponents 28-1. They 2 5-inning Mercy Rule games, first against the Jersey City Rams 10-0, against Union City Recreation 11-1, and then in the Jersey City Pool Play championship game, it was a 7-0 victory over Bees Baseball to get Maroon and Silver here to the Round of 16. For Ridge, they didn't have as easy of a trip, but they still went 3-0, an 8-3 win over Piscataway, a 7-1 win over the Somerset Warriors, and a 6-2 victory over Knights Baseball in their Pool Play championship game. Unfortunately, our game was supposed to be at Yogi Berra Stadium on the campus of Montclair State University, but because of some scheduling conflicts, that got changed, and we are playing these round of 16 games here at Caven Point. We have a little bit of a delay. Took some time for the umpires to arrive, but they are here and we are just about set for baseball. The expectation is that Maroon and Silver will be the home team as they are a higher seed, but we'll wait for official word on that because we also thought that was going to be the case in the Caven Point Regional of the championship game against Bees Baseball, but they flipped the coin, so we'll wait and see. What's up? Oh, really? Yeah. Exactly. Can you just raise levels? Good. Back here at Caven Point, Maroon and Silver will be the home team this morning, and they have taken the field. On the mound for Maroon and Silver is the left-hander Zach Oswald. Oswald did not pitch in the pool play phase of this tournament. He gets his first crack at Ridge Baseball. Coming up, Ridge Baseball will send out Chris Parker leading things off. He'll play second base. Brendan Bell, the pitcher, will bat second. Jaden Hilton will hit third and play first base. The catcher, Greg Bazo, will clean up and catch. Bobby Parisi will play center and bat fifth. Jason Arrigo will be the shortstop. Chris Stapleton in right. Lucas Goodman in left. And DHing for the third baseman, Kyle Samalovsky, is Robbie Rutkowski. For Maroon and Silver, in front of Oswald will be the catcher, Joey Vulo. Around the infield, starting at first base, will be Ryan King. Second base, Jack O'Donnell. Shortstop is Roddy Hernandez, and the third baseman is Ulysses Ferraz. CJ Serbone in right, Desmond Watkins in center, and Max Malagna in left. 2 3-0 teams here at Caven Point. Winner moves on to the Elite Eight of the North Region bracket. Loser goes home. As we play this tournament in the coronavirus pandemic, there are still some safety precautions in play that the tournament organizers have put into place. All players and coaches had to get their temperatures checked before taking part in warm-ups. There is a capacity on how many fans can be allowed into the ballpark today. That is set at 500. That is a statewide mandate. And there will be a home plate umpire like there was in the pool play championship game, but base umpires are wearing masks. There's an athletic trainer here on staff to serve to the needs of both teams. And we're just about set for baseball here on a beautiful but hot Tuesday morning here in Jersey City. Oswald on the mound, Chris Parker in the box. Ready to go here at Caven Point. Let's play ball. First pitch low for ball one. First 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike, count even at 1-1. Oswald set, breaking ball, cut on and missed. Maroon and silver defense straight up all around, infield and outfield. Maroon and silver really got it done in the pool play phase of this tournament, all over, on the field, on the bases, and at the plate. Breaking ball just off the outside corner. Oswald wanted that one for a called strike 3, but kind of leaving at 2-2. Oswald showing off his sharp breaking ball here to the Ridge second baseman, Chris Parker. Parker steps out and calls time. Oswald trying to quick pitch Parker there, but he's not having any of it. Ready to resume play once again. Counts 2-2. In there, called strike 3. Parker goes down looking for the first out of the ball game. That'll bring up the Ridge pitcher, Brendan Bell. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Bell looking to help his own cause. First pitch outside, count 1-0. Pitch, breaking ball also off the outside corner. Count 2-0. Two-0 pitches in there for a called strike. Count moves to 2-1. Two-one count to Brendan Bell, the Ridge pitcher. After the meeting on the mound, Oswald set 2-1 home. Outside in the dirt, count 3-1. Three-one downstairs, ball 4, and Ridge has their first man on as the ball gets to the backstop. Bell takes a big turnaround first, but he'll stay put right there. So it'll be a runner on first and 1 out here in the first. Winner of this game advances to the Elite 8 of the North Region bracket in this Last Dance tournament. Winner will play either Tidal Wave or the Woodridge Devils. That game takes place at 1 o'clock. Breaking ball in there, called strike to Jaden Hilton. The Elite 8 round will be played at Skyline Stadium in Frankfort Township, New Jersey, in Augusta, home of the Sussex County Miners. Bell leads off first. Oswald set. 0-1 home. Breaking ball stays outside, count even at 1-1. Pickoff play to first. Bell slides back in time. Maroon and silver playing deep in center and left. Runner on first, one out here in the first. Oswald kicks, delivers, breaking ball. Check swing, he went around, count 1 and 2. Big right-handed first baseman digs in. Count 1 and 2. Runner off first. Pitch downstairs. Good block there by the catcher. But Bell took off from first. He slides into second safely. So runner in scoring position with one away here in the first. Go down as a stolen base for Brendan Bell. Count 2 and 2 now on Hilton. Bell leads off first. Breaking ball, check swing. Bell off for third as the ball gets away. He takes a big turn around third, but puts the brakes on right there. Brendan Bell very aggressive on the bases here, trying to help his own cause in the first. He's now at third. Still one out here in the first. Maroon and silver will concede a run for an out here. Oswald trying to get out of a jam here in the first. Pitch downstairs to Bell. Ball gets away. That's going to score Brendan Bell off third. Jaden Hilton walks down to first, makes a big turn, but it's 1-0 Ridge here in the first. Still runner on first, one out. Bell in on the wild pitch, and we're going to have a meeting on the mound. As Maroon and Silver gets things stirring in their bullpen with right-hander Teague Mulcahy. First time Maroon and Silver has trailed this entire tournament. They cruised to 3 easy victories in the pool play region. Outscored their opponents 28-1. Already down 1-0 here in the first. One out, one on. In comes the cleanup hitter for Ridge, their catcher, Greg Bazzo. Hilton off first. Oswald throws back. Hilton back in time. First pitch is downstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. Oswald not able to find the strike zone here in the first. 1-0 pitch. Grounded back behind the mound. Hernandez fields. Flip to second. There's one. Throw not in time back to first. So Bazzo will reach on a fielder's choice. Good speed down the line prevents the inning-ending double play. But we'll still have a runner on first and 2 away here in the first. In steps the Ridge center fielder Bobby Parisi. First pitch, skied foul out of play. Count 0-1. Weekly tapped the first. King there. Fields, he'll step on the bag, and that'll do it for the top of the first inning, but not before Bridges to get on the board. They lead 1-0 with Maroon and Silver coming to bat here in the home half.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets, and the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent Littleton is. Absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Back here at Caven Point for the home half of the first inning after manufacturing a run himself. Brendan Bell on the mound for Ridge, looking to get his team back in the dugout with their lead. He'll face 1, 2, and 3 here in the Maroon and Silver lineup. The right fielder, C.J. Serbone, will get things started. Ryan King will bat second. He plays first base. The center fielder, Desmond Watkins, hits third and plays center. The pitcher, Zach Oswald, will clean up for Maroon and Silver. Catcher, Joey Vulo, will bat fifth. Ryan Retzpinski DHs and hits sixth for Maroon and Silver. Ulysses Faraz plays third base and hits seventh. Batting eighth is the second baseman, Jack O'Donnell. And rounding things out for Maroon and Silver is their shortstop, Roddy Hernandez. Serbone digs in. Bell is set. Ready to go here in the home half of the first inning. First pitch, Serbone sees in there at the knees, called strike. Count 0-1. Serbone squares around but pulls back. Count 1-1. Samafalowski even with the bag at third, playing against the Serbone bunt. Serbone squares, bunts it right back to the pitcher Bell. He fields, throws over to first for the first out of the first. In steps the first baseman, Ryan King, one away here in the bottom of the first inning. Maroon and Silver trailing 1-0. First time they've trailed all tournament long. First pitch King sees is outside and low for a ball. Count 1-0. 1-0 pitch stays upstairs, count 2-0. Hits the inside corner for a strike, count 2-1. Good paint job there by Bell. Upstairs, but King swings and misses right through that pitch, count 2-2. Good life on a fastball there from Brendan Bell. 2-2 hold to King. Outside, count now runs full, 3-2. Maroon Silver looking for their first base runner of the ball game. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Ridge leads 1-0. Winner advances to the North Region Elite 8. Loser goes home. 3-2 pitch downstairs for a ball. So Ryan King works his way on first, and that brings up the center fielder Desmond Watkins. King off first, 1 away here in the home half of the first. First pitch to Watkins is upstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. Big swing and a miss there. Count moves to 1-1. Ridge deep in the outfield, double play depth up the middle. King leads off first. Ball swung on. Will it stay in play? No, it won't. It'll find the bleachers, so the count moves to 1-2. One, 2, count to Desmond Watkins. Pitch fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again at 1-2. Bell set. 1-2, breaking ball that stays upstairs. Count moves back to even at 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Ridge leads Maroon and Silver 1-0. Two hit on the ground towards third. They're not going to turn 2. There goes King towards third. Scoop gets past the first baseman. King on his way home. Watkins to second. He's going to take a big turn around second. He'll stay right there. But because of the E5, we're back to knotted at 1 here at Caven Point. Watkins reaches on an error. He advances to second on the throw. King goes from first to home. We're back even at 1 as the pitcher Zach Oswald has a runner in scoring position as he looks to help his own cause. First pitch to Oswald sees is downstairs for a ball. Oswald takes one on the black. Count back to even at 1-1. Both teams in this first inning able to score a run without getting a hit. Maroon and Silver looking to take their first lead of the ball game as Oswald grounds one right back up the middle and through. Watkins rounds third. He's going to come in. He'll slide in safely. Oswald down to second. Zach Oswald with an RBI single helps his own cause. Maroon and Silver now up 2-1 on Ridge. Oswald heads back to the dugout as now coming into run for him will be a special pinch runner. Matt Cugliari off second. The catcher Joey Vulo steps into the batter's box. Maroon and Silver with a 2-1 lead here in the first, still one away. First pitch, Vulo sees in there for a called strike. Cugliari running for Oswald off second. Vulo swings and misses. Count 0-2. Big time answer here in the first for Maroon and Silver. They trailed for the first time all tournament. Didn't last more than 3 batters. Now they lead. They tied it at 1. A RBI single from Zach Oswald gave Maroon and Silver a 2-1 lead. Vulo called out on strikes 1, 2, 3 for the second out of the first. Two away here in the first, and in steps the big right-handed power hitter, designated hitter for Maroon and Silver, Ryan Retzpinski. Retzpinski will try and add to the Maroon and Silver lead. Runner on second, 2 away here in the first. First pitch he sees is outside. Good backhanded block there by Bazo for preventing that from going to the backstop. One 0 pitch upstairs, 2-0. Upstairs, count 3-0. Breaking ball that never broke from Bell. Trying to work out of this first inning without allowing any more runs. Maroon and Silver already with 2 home here in the first. They lead Ridge 2-1. Runner at second, 2 outs here, 3-0 count on the Maroon and Silver designated hitter. In there, called strike right down the middle, count 3-1. Outside, Retzpinski works a walk, and Maroon and Silver have runners on first and second with 2 outs here as Ulysses Ferraz gets set to take his first cuts on the morning. Cugliari off second, Retzpinski off first. First pitch to Ferraz, grounded foul. Down third base line, count 0-1. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, almost gets Faraz. Count even at 1-1. Upstairs for a ball, 2-1. Maroon and Silver looking to tack on more runs here for their pitcher, Zach Oswald. He gave them the lead with an RBI single. They have runners on first and second with two away here in the first. Inside, 3-1 to Ulysses Faraz. On deck, the Maroon and Silver second baseman, Jack O'Donnell. Faraz steps out and calls time. Count 3-1 on the Maroon and Silver third baseman. Upstairs for a ball, so the bases are loaded here in the home half of the first. Cugliari at third, Retspinski at second, Faraz at first. 2-1 Maroon and Silver here in the first, and in steps the second baseman Jack O'Donnell. First pitch he sees is in there for a called strike. Oh, 0-1 pitch inside, count even at 1-1. Two and one, breaking ball outside, count 2-1. Inside, 3-1, no place to put O'Donnell. Bases full for Maroon and Silver. They lead 2-1 here in the first. Three and one count on the Maroon and Silver 8-hitter. Fouls one back out of play. So everyone will be off. 3-2, 2 outs here in the first. Cugliari off first, Retspinski off second, Faraz off first. There they go as the pitch runs inside, hits O'Donnell on the forearm. So that'll be a run batted in for the second baseman, and Maroon and Silver now leads 3-1. Meeting on the mound here, bases still loaded, 2 outs in the first. Maroon and Silver have batted around as the 9-hole hitter, the shortstop, Roddy Hernandez, gets set to dig in after this meeting on the mound. As it looks like we might have a pitching change here. And yes, we will have a pitching change.
Bees, misses at 3. Cliff O'Mori with the slam after the rebound. Cliff O'Mori with the block. Accepting it. Up at the basket. No foul called. Going the other way. Oh, here we go. Highlight reel. Number 11 gets it done. Sticking the tongue. Hanging the same court together at any point. Really awesome moment for the two of them. CJ going up for the dunk. 14-5. Coach Eric Elliott pulls up. It was a backcourt except for the one guy that mattered. Oh! Freshman Simeon Wiltshire. Welcome to the Lions Den. I'm going to use that new coin term again, Matt. We just saw the cliff effect twice. Woo! On the defensive side. So good. Brian Bernard.
Back here at Caven Point, new pitcher on the mound for Ridge. Chris Parker moved from second base to the bump. Bases still loaded here in the first. First pitch is outside. Count 1-0. So Parker moved from second to the mound. Brandon Bell moved from the mound to third. And Kyle Somofoloski moved from third to second. In there, called strike. Count 1-1. Roddy Hernandez with a chance to blow this game open. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the first. He calls time. Maroon and Silver already with 3 in here in the first, only on 1 hit. Upstairs. Hernandez ducks out of the way of that one. Hernandez laces one down the right field line, but it finds the seats. So we're even at 2-2. Retzpinski on third, Faraz on second, O'Donnell on first. 3-1 Maroon and Silver as we are still in the first inning. Hernandez fouls one off. We'll do it again at 2-2. Inside it, hits Hernandez. There's another run for Maroon and Silver. They've officially batted around here in the second. Leadoff hitter CJ Serbone will dig in next. We've had 3 walks, 2 hit by Patters, a single, and an error here in the first. 4-1 Maroon and Silver. Serbone takes one on the outside corner for a strike, count 0-1. Ball called on the pitcher. Move everyone up 1 base. Second base umpire saying Parker didn't come set. Things on the brink of really getting away here from Ridge. We're still in the first inning. Maroon and Silver with 5 runs in. After the balk, runners on second and third. Leadoff hitter and Serbone up. Outside for a ball. Count 2-1. Serbone hits one back up the middle, fielded there by Samofalowski. His throw to first is in time to mercifully put away the first inning for Ridge. They led 1-0 going to the bottom half. They head to the top of the second inning, now down 5-1. We'll be right back after this.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets, and the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent, Littleton is, absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
After about a 50-minute first inning, we're set for play here in the second. Zach Oswald back on the mound for Maroon and Silver. He'll face 6, 7, and 8 in the Ridge lineup. First pitch upstairs for a ball. Maroon and Silver with a 5-1 lead here as we get set for the second inning. In there, called strike, count 1-1. Fouled back to the screen, 1-2. just off the outside corner. Count even at 2-2. Count runs full here to the leadoff man in the second inning, Jason Arriago. Oswald's payoff pitch downstairs for a ball. Ball goes to the backstop. Arriago hustles down to first, but he'll stay right there. Swing and a miss by the right fielder, Chris Stapleton. Runner on first, nobody out here in the second. Inside for a ball. Count 1-1. Breaking ball hits the outside corner. Beauty there from Oswald. Count 1-2. Hit back up the middle. This could be two. Hernandez takes it himself, throws to first, but King's not able there to scoop it. Runner on his way to second. Throw down. In time. Maroon and Silver able to get the double play after all. Hernandez's throw goes toward the dugout. King retrieves it, fires down to O'Donnell at second. He puts the tag on him, and there's two away here in the second.
That was exciting.
So Stapleton reached on a fielder's choice, then gets thrown out trying to advance on a throwing error. Quickly 2 outs here in the second. Oswald dumps a breaking ball in there for a called strike. In there, called strike. Count quickly to 0-2 on Lucas Goodman. 0-2 pitch, hit on the ground to short. Hernandez fields, fires over to first. That'll do it. Wasn't a conventional 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second, but it's a 1-2-3 inning nonetheless. We head to the home half. Maroon and Silver still leading 5-1.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets. And the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent Littleton is. Absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Yeah.
Let's get this mercy move going.
Back here for the home half of the second inning. Maroon and Silver with a 5-1 lead over Ridge. They scored 5 runs on just one hit back in that first inning. Ryan King will get things started. He walked and came around to score. Chris Parker still on the mound after coming in relief in that first inning of Brendan Bell. First pitch, breaking ball in there, called strike, count 0-1. Throws behind King, he gets out of the way. Count goes to 1-1. Fouled back to the screen, 1-2. Outside, count 2-2 to the Maroon and Silver first baseman. Throwing strikes has been the weak spot so far in this game for Ridge. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball just stays upstairs, so count runs now full to 3-2. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. King down on strikes to start this home half of the second. In comes in Desmond Watkins, who reached on a error by the third baseman Somolowski back in the first.
Look at that kid, man. Mrs. Burns will be proud of you. How's your parents?
Good.
They enjoying your retirement?
Yeah. Yeah. First pitch to Watkins. He takes one on the outside corner in there for a called strike, count 0-1. Outside, count evens at 1-1. Outfield fairly deep and a lot of room down the lines for the Maroon and Silver center fielder. Infield at normal depth. 1-1 offering. Breaking ball in there called strike, count 1-2. One-two pitch outside. Count runs even at 2-2. Two and two, hit in the air, foul. Will it stay in play? It will. And Parker's able to track it down himself for the second out of the home half. In will step the lefty swinging Zach Oswald. Oswald singled up the middle and drove in a run in the first. He'll try to help his own cause here in the second. Ridge looking to quickly get back in the dugout and try to chip away at this 4-run deficit. First pitch in there for a called strike. Oswald laces one into center field, coming on Parisi. He's able to make the play. So a 1-2-3 home half of the second. We head to the third, Maroon and Silver, still leading, 5-1.
After the rebound. Cliff O'Mori with the block. Accepting it. Over the basket. No foul called. Going the other way. Oh, here we go. Highlight reel. Woo! Number 11 gets it done. Sticking the tongue. Hanging the same court together at any point. Really awesome moment for the two of them. CJ going up for the dunk. 14-5. Coach Eric Elliott pulls up. It was a backcourt except for the one guy that mattered. Oh! Freshman Simeon Wiltshire. Welcome to the Lions Den. I'm going to use that new coin term again, Matt. We just saw the Cliff effect twice. Woo! On the defensive side. So good. And Brian Bernard. And Cliff. Woo! Another slam dunk. Finish that. Gets the steal. Gives up to Nile. Sports Center, you better be watching. We're all going to get an open shot like that. It's always the alley-oop. CJ Wiltshire, the big game so far today. Cliff O'Mori, the highlight reel dunk. Up to Niles Lane. Oh my God. Has the dunk potentially. CJ baseline. Dunk. Gap between these two teams as Wiltshire's off on the three. Rivera gets the rebound and the slam dunk. Gonna expire. We're gonna get a finish here. Oh, a slam dunk finish to clarify that. What a way to Catholic Lion. What a finish. That is the game, folks. We'll be back with Coach Boff and with Miles Lane as Matt.
Back here for the top of the third. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Ridge lineup against the Maroon and Silver left-hander Zach Oswald. Oswald with a unconventional 1-2-3 second inning. He walked the first batter, then the second batter reached on a fielder's choice, but was then thrown out trying to advance on a throwing error, and then a ground out to shortstop. But it'll be the designated hitter Robbie Rutkowski that gets things started for Ridge here in the third. Round of 16 matchup here in the Last Dance tournament in the North region. Winner moves on to the Elite Eight. Loser goes home. First pitch from Oswald is in there for a called strike. Outside. Count 1-1. Skied foul out of play, so the count will move to 1-2. One-two pitch just off the outside corner. Count evens to 2-2. Breaking ball low in the dirt. Count now runs full to 3-2. Ridge looking to put the leadoff man on here in the third and turn the lineup over to the leadoff man, Chris Parker. Payoff pitch upstairs. So Rutkowski comes back from down in the count to work a leadoff walk, and in steps the now pitcher, Chris Parker, struck out looking back in the first. Pitch grounded towards third, but just out of the outstretched arms of Faraz and foul. So the count will be 0-1. Pitch upstairs, count 1-1. One pitch, check, swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Parker can't hold back on a breaking ball in the dirt from Oswald, so the count goes to 1-2. One, two, pitch on the outside corner. Called strike 3 for the first out of the third inning. In steps the now third baseman, Brendan Bell. He walked back in the first and manufactured his way all the way to home with a couple stolen bases and advancing on a wild pitch. Rutkowski leads off first. First pitch skied in the air towards left, hooking out of play, so the count will start at 0-1. Fouled out of play once again, so the count moves to 0-2. O2 pitches a breaking ball that stays up in the zone, so the count will be 1-2. 5-1 Maroon and Silver here in the top of the third. 1 out, 1 on for Ridge. Rutkowski leads off first. The 1-2 home. Hit in the air towards left field. Going back on it is Malagna. It's over his head, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall. Rutkowski around third. Bell on his way to third. He'll stop there. Throw home not in time. Gets by, but Oswald there to back things up. So it's a long RBI triple for Brendan Bell. Maroon and Silver now leads 5-2. Yeah. 1. In steps Jaden Hilton after the meeting on the mound. He walked back in the first inning. Runner on third, 5-2 Maroon and Silver. Pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Vulo. We'll have a meeting on the mound and believe the ball is going to be taken from Zach Oswald. Oswald leaves the game. In comes the left-hander, Matt Morera. We'll be right back after this.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets, and the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent Littleton is. Absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Back here at Caven Point, the hero from the championship pool play region, pitcher Matt Morera on the mound for Maroon and Silver. First pitch breaking ball in there called strike. Oswald leaves after 2 1/3 innings. Gives up 2 runs, runner on third, his responsibility. Breaking ball, grounded, foul outside third base, so the count moves to 0-2. Maroon and Silver giving up a run for an out here. They currently lead Ridge 5-2 here in the top of the third. Hilton walked back in the first. 1-2 count on him here. Pitch hit in the air. Over second. Hernandez can't make the play. Hilton will be safe at first. Bell held up just in case Hernandez was able to make the play, so Ridge will have runners at the corners and still 1 out here in the third. King will hold the runner on first. Faraz even with the bag at third. O'Donnell, Hernandez, double play depth up the middle. There goes the runner off first. Morera stares him back, pump fakes, has the runner caught off third. Runner heads home, throw comes home. They got him in a rundown, throw back to third. And here we go. They get the runner at the plate. Going to third is Hilton. He's in there safely, but now 2 away here in the third. Textbook pickoff play there by Maroon and Silver. Because of the rundown between third and home, Jaden Hilton was able to work his way to third, but 2 outs here in the third. Maroon and Silver really playing some textbook defense in this tournament. First pitch in there called strike. Bazo reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. In there called strike. Count now 0-2. Oh, and 2, swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3, Matt Morera mows down Greg Bazo. That'll do it for the top of the third. Ridge does inch closer, They now trail 5-2.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets, and the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent Littleton is. Absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Back here at Caven Point, it's now 5-2 Maroon and Silver as we head to the home half of the third. 5, 6, and 7 in the Maroon and Silver lineup. Catcher Joe Vulo will get things started. Struck out looking back in the first. Chris Parker still on the mound for Ridge. First pitch inside, hits Vulo on the arm. So, Massimo Meehan Infante in to run as a special pinch runner for Vulo. Ryan Retspinski up. First pitch, he takes it upstairs for a ball. Retspinski walked and came around to score back in the first. Bottom of the third, nobody out here. Maroon and Silver leads 5-2. Winner advances to the Elite Eight of the North bracket of this Last Dance tournament. Outside, count 2-0. Loser goes home. The winner will be back in action tomorrow at Skyland Stadium in Augusta, New Jersey against the winner of Tidal Wave and the Woodridge Devils. That game be getting underway at about 1 p.m. Outside, count 3-0. However, next up here at Caven Point, we have the Voorhees Vikings and the Millers. First pitch scheduled for approximately 3 p.m. The winner of that game will most likely face the Bergen Crusaders, who are up 9-0 on Mount Olive. Retspinski takes one in there for a called strike, count 3-1. Pickoff play to first. Back in there in time. Week 2 here of the New Jersey Last Dance World Series. Both of these teams advance out of their pool play as Retspinski hits a grounder through into right field. And Meehan Infante will put the brakes on at second. So it's a single for Retspinski. 2 on, nobody out here in the third. Third baseman Ulysses Faraz will step in. The third baseman walked and came around to score on a balk in the first. Runners on first and second, nobody out here. Ridge playing in at the corners. And regular depth, Faraz squares around, pulls back in there for a called strike. Ridge expecting a bunt. Faraz squared around but pulled back on the first pitch. Oh, one breaking ball upstairs, count 1-1. Faraz didn't square that time, like he did on the first pitch. Ridge still playing against the bunt. Nobody out here in the third. Maroon and Silver leading 5-2. Upstairs for a ball. Faraz didn't attempt to square around at that one, so the count's 2-1. Ridge still playing against the bunt. 2-1. Faraz swinging. And he laces one into the seats. Count even at 2-2. Imagine bunt is off now. Nobody out here in the third. Runners still on first and second. Faraz calls time. Two offering, hit weakly on the ground towards first. Throw to second in time, back throw to first, not in time. So Faraz will reach on a fielder's choice. Retspinski thrown out at second. And Infante Meehan works his way to third. That'll bring up second baseman Jack O'Donnell, who drove in a run thanks to getting hit by a pitch back in the first. Runners at the corners, one away here in the third. First pitch, fouled back behind the screen, count 0-1. Infante Meehan on third, Faraz on first. O'Donnell swinging a miss, Faraz down to second base. Not in time, looked like the throw beat him, but the leg of Faraz was able to avoid the tag of Arriaga. So 0-2 count on O'Donnell. Ridge playing in at the corners, back up the middle. No chance at a double play, though, on the ground. Runners at second and third, 1 out. 0-2 pitch outside, count 1 and 2. So it's my apologies, a pinch hitter. Eddie Hernandez in for O'Donnell. Still 1-2 count. Infield now in for Ridge. Outside, count 2 and 2. Two count, runners on second and third. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big second out of the inning there for Parker. That'll bring up the shortstop, Roddy Hernandez. Hernandez also reached on a hit by pitch back in the first. Infield back to regular depth for Ridge. 5-2 maroon and silver here in the third. Pitch hits the outside corner for a strike, count 0-1. A 1-1, ripped down the line outside third, foul. So Parker well ahead in the count, 0-2. Oh, 2 outside, count 1 and 2. Outside again, count 2 and 2. Two and 2 count, runners on second and third here in the third. Pitch upstairs. Count now runs to full on the number 9 hitter for maroon and silver. Second and third, 2 outs here in the third. Full count on the maroon and silver shortstop. Outside for a ball. So Parker has walked the bases loaded here in the third as the lineup turns over to the leadoff hitter, CJ Serbone. Serbone squared around to bunt in the first and grounded out to the pitcher. Also got another at-bat in the first and grounded out to second base. He's got the bases loaded here in the third. steps out and calls time. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the home half of the third. First pitch. Sorbonne late on it and fouls it back. Out of play over the right field bleachers, count 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch in there, called strike, count 0-2. Parker trying to swing the momentum back in the favor of Ridge. They trail 5-2 here in the third. Bases loaded, 0-2 count on Sorbonne. Pitch hit, laced right back up the middle. That'll score 1. They send the runner from second. The throw home is in plenty of time. So it's still a run for Maroon and Silver, but what a seed home by the center fielder Parisi. That'll do it for the home half of the third. The RBI single from Sorbonne gets Maroon and Silver back to their 4-run lead. They lead 6-2. We head to the fourth.
Exactly. Cliff O'Maury with the slam after the rebound. Cliff O'Maury with the block. Accepting it. Up with the basket. No foul called. Going the other way. Oh, here we go. Highlight reel. Woo! Number 11 gets it done. Sticking the tongue. Hanging the same court together at any point. Really awesome moment for the two of them. CJ going up for the dunk. 14-5. Coach Eric Ellick holds up. It was a backcourt except for the one guy that mattered. Oh! Freshman Simeon Wiltshire. Welcome to the Lions Den. I'm going to use that new coin term again, Matt. We just saw the Cliff effect twice. Woo! On the defensive side. So good. Brian Bernard. And Cliff. Woo! Another slam dunk. Finish that. Gets the steal. Gives up to Nile. Sports Center, you better be watching. We're all going to get an open shot like that. It's always the alley-oop. CJ Wiltshire, the big team so far today. Cliff O'Maury, the highlight reel dunk. Up to Niles Lane. Oh my God. That's the dunk potentially. CJ baseline. Dunk. Gap between these two teams as Wiltshire's off on the 3. The Rivera gets the rebound and the slam dunk. Didn't expire. We're going to get a finish here. Oh, a slam dunk finish to clarify that. What a way to Catholic Lion. What a finish. That is the game, folks. We'll be back with Coach Boff and with Miles Lane as Matt.
Back here for the top of the fourth. Thanks to the single by Sorbonne, Maroon and Silver take a 6-2 lead. They regain their 4-run lead. Matt Morera back on the mound. First pitch upstairs to Bobby Parisi, who got Ridge out of that home half of the third with a beautiful throw to home to gun Ulysses Ferraz at the plate. Count now 2-0 on the Ridge center fielder. Weekly grounded out to first base back in the first. (2-0) pitch in there called strike. Count 2-1. Just low at the knees. Count runs to 3-1. We can bring you the news that the Bergen Crusaders were able to defeat Mount Olive 10-0 as the 3-1 pitches upstairs for a ball. So Ridge has a leadoff man on here in the fourth. Bergen Crusaders will be a part of tomorrow's doubleheader, and what we believe is the second game starting at approximately 7 p.m. They will face the winner of our next game here between the Voorhees Vikings and the Millers. Faraz in on the grass at third. First pitch downstairs for a ball. O'Donnell and Hernandez double play depth up the middle. In there, called strike, 1-1. The winner of this game between Maroon and Silver and Ridge will face the winner of Tidal Wave and the Wood Ridge Devils tomorrow up at Skyland Stadium. 1-1 pitch, laced down the line in right. Sherbone right there. He puts it away. Thought about trying to throw behind the runner at first, but he'll just nicely guide it into the infield as there's one away here in the fourth. Our first game tomorrow at Skyland Stadium up in Augusta, New Jersey is scheduled for a 4 p.m. first pitch. One away here in the fourth, and in steps Chris Stapleton. He swings through a high fastball, so the count started 0-1. Stapleton reached on a fielder's choice, the throwing error. He tried to advance to second on and got gunned out by the first baseman, Ryan King. Pickoff play to first. Parisi back just in the nick of time. Pitch hit in the air, foul, over the bleachers. Thank you for joining us here on what has turned out to be a beautiful afternoon for baseball. Pitch low in the dirt. Vulos throw down to second base is off target. Would have been in time. So it'll go down as a stolen base for Bobby Parisi. And Ridge has a runner in scoring position with one out here in the fourth. Runner on second, one away here. The left-hander deals, breaking ball in there, called strike three. Two away now for the left fielder, Lucas Goodman. Goodman grounded out the shortstop to end the second inning. He has a runner on scoring position with his team trailing 6-2 here in the fourth. First pitch downstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. 7 outs left for Ridge to try to get back in this one. They had a 1-0 lead, but gave up 5 runs in the home half of the first. Pitch outside. Count 2-0. They then tried to chip back in the third. They're able to scratch 1 run across to trim the deficit to 3, but Maroon and Silver answers in the home half to push the lead back up to 4. Ridge trying to chip away here. 2-0 count downstairs. Count now 3-0. Would have to imagine Goodman's going to be taking all the way here. 3-0 count down 4 with a runner on second. Downstairs for a ball, so there's now 2 on and 2 outs here in the fourth. Meeting on the mound over. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Robbie Rutkowski walked back in the third. He's got runners on first and second here in the fourth. His team down 4. Outside, count 1-0, 5 straight balls from the maroon and silver left-hander. Grounded towards short. Hernandez fields, fires, got him. That'll do it for the fourth. Moreira is able to work out of runners on first and second. Nobody scores here as we head to the home half. Maroon and silver still leading it 6-2.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets, and the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent, Littleton is, absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Yeah.
They haven't found another place for them to play to sell that property. Oh yeah?
Back here for the home half of the fourth inning. Ryan King looks to get things started for Maroon and Silver here in the fourth. Walked back in the first, struck out swinging in the second. First pitch ripped towards third, but right there is Bell. He puts his glove up and he snags it. Can't hit the ball much harder than that if you're King. Nice play by Bell for the first out of the fourth. An exciting start here to the home half of the fourth. Desmond Watkins now will dig in for Maroon and Silver. He reached on an error back in the first and fouled out to the pitcher in the second. Takes first pitch upstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. He hits one on the ground towards third. Bell there again, throws across the diamond. First 2 outs of the inning go towards third base. And quickly there's 2 away. And he'll step the former pitcher and now first baseman Zach Oswald. He had an RBI single in the first and then flew out to center in the second. Breaking ball in there called strike. Count 0-1. Pitch low and inside, count even at 1-1. Some action in the Ridge bullpen. Oswald hits one weakly on the ground to second. Samafalosky there, flips over to first. And it's a very quick 1-2-3 home half of the fourth for Chris Parker. We head to the fifth. Maroon and Silver still leading it 6-2.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets. And the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent Littleton is. Absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Back here for the fifth inning, 1, 2, and 3 to get things started for Ridge. Parker squares, hits it down to first. Oswald goes for the tag, and he gets the head first diving Chris Parker, trying to beat out a bunt single, but he can't. So we have quickly one away here in the fifth. That'll bring up Brendan Bell, started the game on the mound, walked in the first, hit a long RBI triple back in the third. First pitch outside, throw back to the mound, gets away. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Bell waved at that changeup. Ball upstairs. Breaking ball in there, called strike, count even at 2-2. Two pitch, breaking ball, it doesn't break. And it hits Bell in the back, so he'll take a stroll on down the first base. So there'll be a 1 on and 1 out here in the fifth. In there for a called strike to the Ridge first baseman, Jaden Hilton. Just off the outside corner. Count even at 1-1. One pitch hit on the ground towards second and through for a base hit. Serbone Fields comes up firing to second as Bell hustles back the throw behind him. So runners at first and second, still one out here in the fifth, and Reds trying to get things going. It'll bring up the catcher, Greg Bozzo, the cleanup hitter, reached on a fielder's choice in the first, struck out swinging in the third. A lot of action down the line in the maroon and silver bullpen. First pitch belted in the air to left. Malagna back on it, looking up, and it's out of here! Greg Bozzo puts one on the roof of the field house here at Caven Point, and we have a 6-5 ball game. A 3-run blast from Bozzo. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-run game. You don't see a lot of those balls hit here at Caven Point. That ball jumped off the Ridge catcher's bat. One out here in the fifth. 6-5 game. First pitch downstairs to Bobby Parisi. In there, called strike, count 1-1. A stunned silence by the maroon and silver fans here at Caven Point. Their team leads just by 1 as Moreira throws a breaking ball in there, called strike, count 1-2. Fouled out of play, count 1-2. Breaking ball, swing, and a miss for the second out here of the fifth. So a good bounce back at bat from Moreira. Following the 3-run blast, gets Parisi down on strikes. That brings up the shortstop, Jason Arrigo. Walked in the second, flew out to right in the fourth.
You here for both games?
Yeah.
You look pretty smooth, pretty comfortable there. Little breeze.
First pitch upstairs for a ball. Swing and a miss, count even at 1-1. One breaking ball downstairs, count 2-1. Outside, 3-1 to the Ridge shortstop. Pitch upstairs and the tying run is on. Arrigo works the walk. Chris Stapleton will dig in. Was thrown out in a fielder's choice double play in the second. Struck out looking in the fourth. First pitch cut on and missed. Count 1-0. Swing and a miss on a ball way outside. Count 0-2. Oh, 2 count. 1 on, 2 outs. Ball hit up the middle. Hernandez will take it himself to second base, and that'll do it for the top of the 5th, but not before a 3-run moonshot by Greg Bozzo makes this a 1-run game. We head to the home half. Maroon and Silver lead 6-5.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets. And the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent, Littleton is, absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
No.
Big, heavy set guy. Big.
Hey, Kev, when you say that's 400 feet?
You always
Maybe.
said to me, one thing about baseball compared to every other sport, you go with the 4 corners, you can rag the puck. Baseball, you got to get 18 up, 18 down.
First pitch back here at Caven Point. Vulo skies one. Called off by the first baseman, Hilton, who makes the play in short right field. 1 pitch, 1 out by Chris Parker here in the 5th.
Yeah, baseball is untimed.
You can't stall, you can't.
Put the ball in the plate. You gotta put it in play.
Got to get 27 up, 27 down.
Ryan Retspinski now digs in. He walked back in the first, singled in the 3rd. Maroon and Silver looking to swing the momentum back in their favor. First pitch is a ball to the Maroon and Silver designated hitter. 6-5 game here in the bottom of the 5th. A 3-run moonshot by Greg Bozzo brings things to just a 1-run game as Retspinski fouls one back to the screen. Count 1-1.
You gotta answer that shot.
I never think of
Retspinski pops one up behind the pitcher's mound. Coming on to call things off is Arrigo, and he makes the play. So once again, very quick 2 outs here in the 5th. Parker's retired the last 5 he's faced. The 3rd baseman, Ulysses Ferraz, will now dig in and try to start a rally for Maroon and Silver. First pitch he sees, breaking ball in there, called strike. Parker's in a rhythm out there on the mound. In there, called strike, count quickly 0-2. Ridge looking to get back at the plate. They're 1 strike away from doing so. Faraz steps out and calls time. Upstairs, count 1-2. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Chris Parker. We head to the 6th. Ridge with all the momentum. They trail by 1. Mulcahy's in.
Cliff O'Mori with the slam after the rebound. Cliff O'Mori with the block. Accepting it. Up at the basket. No foul called. Going the other way. Oh, here we go. Highlight reel. Number 11 gets it done. Sticking the tongue. Hanging the same court together at any point. Really awesome moment for the two of them. CJ going up for the dunk. 14-5. Coach Eric Ellick holds up. It was a backcourt except for the one guy that mattered. Oh! Freshman Simeon Wiltshire. Welcome to the Lions Den. I'm going to use that new coin term again, Matt. We just saw the Cliff effect twice. Woo! On the defensive side. So good. From Brian Bernard. And Cliff. Woo! Another slam dunk. Gets the steal. Gives up to Nile. Sports Center, you better be watching. We're all going to get an open shot like that. It's always the alley-oop. CJ Wiltshire, the big game so far today. Cliff O'Mori, the highlight reel dunk. Up to Niles Lane. Oh my God. Has the dunk potentially. CJ baseline. Dunk. Gap between these two teams as Wiltshire's off on the 3. The Rivera gets 3 down and the slam dunk. Going to expire. We're going to get a finish here. Oh, a slam dunk finish to clarify that. What a way to Catholic Lion. What a finish. That is the game, folks. We'll be back with Coach Boff and with Miles Lane as Matt.
Back here at Caven Point, pitching change for Maroon and Silver. Teague Mulcahy replaces Matt Morera. Mulcahy closed down the 7th inning in the championship game against Bees Baseball. Also threw a perfect 3 innings in the win over Union City Recreation. That was a combined no-hitter. First pitch he throws is upstairs for a ball. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the Ridge lineup. Lucas Goodman grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. Walked in the 4th. Count 2-0. Pitch upstairs, count 3-0 on Goodman. Winner advances to the Elite 8. Loser goes home here in the round of 16 in the North bracket of the Last Dance tournament. In there, called strike, count 3-1. Pitch just off the outside corner. Mulcahy lets up a leadoff walk. And that tying run is on first for Ridge. Runner on first, nobody out here in the 6th. Designated hitter Robbie Rutkowski digs in for Ridge. He walked back in the 3rd, grounded out to shortstop in the 4th. Pickoff play to first. Goodman back in time. Pitch hits the outside corner. Count 0-1 on Rutkowski. Maroon and Silver throwing their best arms here to try to advance to the Elite Eight of the North bracket. They started with Zach Oswald. They went to Matt Morera. Now they bring in Teague Mulcahy. Pitch outside, count even at 1-1. Runner leads off first. Pitch breaking ball. Just missed. Looked like Rutkowski ducked that one. Okay, he's pitches upstairs. Count now 3-1. Three-one pitch in there, called strike. Rutkowski tossed his bat away, thought it was ball 4. Count now full on the Ridge designated hitter. Okay, he's payoff. Fought back to the screen, foul, so we'll do it again at 3-2. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Mulcahy battles back from 3-1 down to strike out Rutkowski for the first out here in the 6th. That'll turn the Ridge lineup over. The leadoff man, Chris Parker, struck out looking in the 1st, looking in the 3rd, and grounded out to 1st in the 5th. Tying run on 1st. 1 away here in the 6th. Mulcahy's first pitch, breaking ball that stays upstairs, count 1-0. Pitch, big swing and a miss there. Count even at 1-1. One pitch inside. Count 2-1. In there, called strike, count 2-2. 1 away here in the 6th, runner on 1st. Maroon and Silver clinging to a 6-5 lead. Okay, he steps off. Ball fisted, foul, in play for Raz there. He makes the catch. And there's the 2nd out of the 6th. That's going to bring up Brendan Bell. He walked in the 1st, hit a long triple to left in the 3rd, and was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Maroon and Silver still leading 6-5, runner on 1st, 2 outs here in the 6th. Mulcahy looking to get out of this inning. Breaking ball, stays upstairs, count 1-0. 1-0 pitch, belted in the air. Right in fair territory. Zach Oswald makes the play, and that does it for the 6th. Ridge has 3 outs to go. Maroon and Silver looking to add to their lead in the home half of the 6th. We'll be right back right after this.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets, and the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent Littleton is. Absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Back here for the home half of the 6th inning. Maroon and Silver looking for some insurance runs. They lead Ridge 6-5. Game was brought to a 1-run gap thanks to an absolute moonshot by Greg Bozzo. Jack O'Donnell gets things started here for Maroon and Silver in the 6th. First pitch he seizes on the outside corner for a strike, count 1-0. Chris Parker has been in a groove since that first inning, where he replaced Brendan Bell on the mound. O'Donnell cut in a miss, count 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Called strike 3. O'Donnell thought it was high. That's now 7 straight retired in the Maroon and Silver order for Parker. It'll bring up the number 9 hitter in Roddy Hernandez. He goes hit by a pitch in the first, walked in the third. First pitch outside, count 1-0. Hernandez swings and misses, count even at 1-1. Hernandez hits one in the air towards center. Parisi calls everyone off, and he makes the play for the second out here in the 6th. That'll turn things over to the top of the Maroon and Silver lineup, and C.J. Serbone. He grounded out to the pitcher in the first and grounded out to second base in the first. Hit a RBI single in the third, but had the runner on second gunned out trying to score, which ended the inning. He'll try to get on base here in the 6th. First pitch he sees is in there for a called strike. Parker clicking on all cylinders for Ridge in the last few innings. In there, called strike again. He's retired 8 in a row. He's trying to make it 9. Oh-2 count on Cerbone. Outside for a ball. Count 1 and 2. Swinging strike 3. Another 1-2-3 inning by Chris Parker. We head to the 7th. Does Ridge have at least one more run in them? They'll need one to tie things up. Maroon and Silver lead 6-5.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets, and the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent, Littleton is, absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Back. Talk about a thrilling end to this one. We head to the top of the 7th. Maroon and Silver with a 6-5 lead over Ridge. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the Ridge lineup against a new pitcher for Maroon and Silver. Nick Rappa replaces Teague Mulcahy, who threw a scoreless 6th inning. Winner moves on to the Elite 8 in the North bracket. Loser goes home. Both these teams 3-0 in their pool play. This is the round of 16. Jaden Hilton will start things off for Ridge. He walked in the first, singled in the third, singled and came around to score in the 5th. On deck looms the catcher Greg Bozzo, who brought us to a 1-run game after an absolute moonshot onto the roof of the field house here at Caven Point. Rappa set. His first pitch is downstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. Pitch in there, called strike 3. Count, excuse me, strike 1. Count even at 1-1. One pitch. Downstairs for a ball. Count 2-1. Two fouled back to the screen. Rappo looking for the first out of the 7th. He's got a 2-2 count on Hilton. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. Ball hit on the ground, sharply foul outside third base. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Maroon and silver playing very deep in the outfield. Almost a no doubles defense. 2-2 pitch to Hilton. Called strike 3 on the, oh no! Thought I heard the umpire say strike 3 just on the outside corner. So we'll do it at 3-2. Rappa's payoff. Swung on, weakly grounded towards third. It'll roll foul, so we'll do it again. 3-2 once again. Hilton steps out. Coming up around 3 p.m., the second game of our doubleheader. As Hilton fouls it off again, it's the Voorhees, Viking, and the Millers. Winner will advance to play the Bergen Crusaders tomorrow. Winner of this game advances to either play Tidal Wave or the Woodridge Devils at Skyland Stadium tomorrow afternoon. Maroon and silver with a 6-5 lead over Ridge. Nobody out, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. 3-2 count on the number 3 hitter. Rappa set. The 3-2 to Jalen Hilton. Hit in the air, back behind first base. Zerbone coming on. O'Donnell calls everyone off, and he makes the play in fair territory for the first out of the 7th. One away here in the 7th, and here comes the hero of the game so far for Ridge, the catcher, Greg Bozzo. He belted an absolute rocket on top of the roof on the field house here at Caven Point to bring this to a 1-run game. What does he have in store as an encore? First pitch he sees right down Broadway for a called strike. 0-1. Pitch on the outside corner. Looked like a very similar pitch that was called to a ball by Jaden Hilton. But Maroon and silver will take it here nonetheless. Count 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Late swing there by Bozzo. He's able to foul it off out of play. We'll do it again at 0-2. Two count. Pitch behind Bozzo. Count will go to 1-2. One-two count. Bozzo calls time. 1-2 count on the Ridge cleanup hitter. One out here in the 7th. Rappa's pitch hit in the ground and threw into left field for a single. So the tying run is on for Ridge. Go ahead run's going to come to the plate. Bobby Parisi, who had a absolute rocket of a throw from center field to cut down a run at the plate earlier in this game. He now steps in. Grounded out to third in the 1st, walked in the 4th, struck out swing in the 5th. First pitch he sees fouled back to the screen. Pitch hit in the air towards short. Hernandez leaps. He makes the play. Bazo goes back to first. And Ridge is down to their final out of the Last Dance tournament. It all comes down to the bat of shortstop Jason Arriago. Walked in the second, flew out to right in the fourth, walked in the fifth. Tying run on first. Pitch in there called strike. Bazo off first. Rappa set. The 0-1. There goes the runner off second. Throw down. Not in time. Good backup by Hernandez to prevent that ball from going into center field. So there's a runner on scoring position and 2 outs here in the 7th. Rappa set. The offering home upstairs. Tying run on second. 2 outs here in the 7th. Rappa's pitch swing and a miss. Maroon and Silver are on their way to the Elite Eight of the North bracket in this Last Dance tournament. They defeat Ridge 6-5. They'll face the winner tomorrow afternoon between Tidal Wave and the Woodridge Devils. Nick Rappa comes in and gets the save. Best game we've seen here at Caven Point all tournament. And a hard-fought win by Maroon and Silver. They live to see another day. Unfortunately for Ridge, their tournament comes to a close. Stay with us, though, because Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up just around 3 o'clock. It's the Voorhees Vikings against the Millers. Winner advances to face the Bergen Crusaders tomorrow at Skyland Stadium. Maroon and Silver lives to see another day. They'll be back in action tomorrow against the winner of Tidal Wave and the Woodridge Devils. That game gets underway at another location shortly. See everyone back here at about 3 o'clock for Game 2 between the Voorhees Vikings and the Millers.